Hello, welcome to my channel. My name is Uju. Some call me Mama Uju, but you can call me Mama Flourish. I want to let you know a little bit of my story, how I went from brokenness to flourishing. You know, today I have a good life. I am healthy, I am strong, I'm flourishing. My family is doing well. We are living a good life that God planned for us to live. To Him be all the glory, because He is the one that has done such a great and mighty thing in my life. But I want to let you know it wasn't like this before. But I came through it. There was a time, 22 years ago to be precise, I was at the lowest point of life. It was as if the whole world was crashing down on me. And what happened? It just started with my husband, the love of my life that I had 5 children with. It just started, like a simple sickness. And when we went to the hospital, they say it was high blood pressure, and we started taking medication. But it wasn't coming down. The blood pressure was always very high, and eventually we had to see the consultant, internal medicine, to find out what happened. And when they ran a lot of tests, they found out that his kidney was failing. They diagnosed him of renal failure. Just like that, from being a very strong and healthy man to be diagnosed with a presumably terminal disease without no sign. Oh, it was devastating. And immediately the doctor placed him on dialysis 3 times a week. We were living in Benin, in Nigeria then. So it was a University of Benin Teaching Hospital that he was diagnosed of that renal failure. And the journey began. 3 times a week, we were on dialysis. He was hospitalized for a while, and later on, he was discharged to be coming 3 times a week for both dialysis and blood infusion. My dear, it was not easy. With 5 children at that time, the youngest being about a year and a half, and the eldest being 14 years, they were the elder ones were all in primary and junior high school. And running to and from hospital to home and so on, it was really, really devastating. Along that, by that time, I was running up and down. A man introduced me to a doctor in Lagos, a plant-based doctor. So I had to go to Lagos from Benin. I went to Lagos to see the doctor. And when I got there with the address, I met the doctor in his clinic. And I was inquisitive to find out all about him. And he told me how, he was a doctor in one of the hospitals in Lagos. He went to US to read nutrition. So he now came back and quit his job and opened up this clinic where he uses plant-based to reverse and to cure diseases. And people were actually having their diseases cured there. People were having their miracles, I would say, and they were testifying about the man and all that he was doing. So we started with the man, though the man told me that so far it has gone to dialysis stage, and we have been going for dialysis for a while now, and it has gotten to end stage. So there might be not much he will be able to do for us, but let's trust God, and we started. So he gave me a long list of, some vegetables that I will be blending for him and putting in his food that will help to build up his immunity, that will help to, tackle the sickness from the root, you know. So, so we continued even as we are still going on dialysis, we are still going to meet the man. The doctors in the University of Benin Teaching Hospital told me that the only way we were able to come out of it is by kidney transplant. And in Nigeria then, it was not easy. They said that it was only in Ife that you will be able to do the surgery or even get the kidney to be, if we needed to have that kidney transplant. So we were making arrangements for that, but within a while, one fateful morning, he woke up very early at home, and he led us in morning prayers. We had with the children, everybody, we prayed. After the prayers, I went in to get ready for my business because I had a restaurant. As I was getting ready, my daughter called with a loud voice from the living room, "Mommy, mommy, come, daddy." When I ran out of the living room and I saw him, he slumped into the chair. His eyes were always up, had already rolled up. So I shouted, I held him, shook him, and oh my God, we are shouting and calling on Jesus to help us. Then our neighbor came and brought his car and drove us to the hospital. Along the line as we were going, I noticed that he was not really breathing. So when we get to the hospital, they pronounced him dead. Oh my God. It was not an easy news to absorb. And they took him to the mortuary, and I had to come back home, and we were there with the children. It was heartbreaking. I didn't know where to start from. I didn't know what to do. So family members came, friends and well-wishers came, people, came around me, church members came, a lot of counseling, a lot of condolences, so now we started to plan for the burial. Okay. We went for the burial at home, and we came back to Benin with the children. What do? I had to brace up. I had really to brace up to take life the way I saw it. I have 5 children are dependent on me, and so what do I do? So I had to return back to my business, even having my children as the my primary employees of my restaurant business. They were the main workers in the business, and they were really hardworking because they know very well that that's all we have. We have to put our hands together and we have to make it work. Throughout that period, I was focused on the children. I was focused on my business. My life was just a triangular, like 3-way, from my house to the restaurant, from the restaurant to the church. And that was how my life was going. I really took solace in God. I read the scriptures very well. I pray always. I ask for help. I attend a lot of church services very often, programs, and that also helped me to navigate through that pain. It was really, really a painful situation. A widow of 41 years old. When my husband passed, he was 47 years old, and our children were very young. But life continues. I came out of it. I came out of it. And that is why I'm making this video. And God is faithful. I am making this video telling my story for you to learn from it, to know that it is not yet over until it is over. I want you to understand that God has a purpose for everything. For your life, God has a purpose for it. Whatever is it that you're passing through, don't think that it is all over. So I want you to take courage, with my own story. And also, I want you to share your story. Also share your story and let people learn from your story. I want you to like my video, subscribe to it and comment on it. Share your story and your journey, your life journey, your experiences in life, the ups and downs in life. And when you have done that, people will learn from that, and we'll all put our hands together to encourage one another. In my next video, I'm going to tell you how I started coming out of the situation. Things really turned around. It really turned around. And I will tell you the story of how it started to turn around. So like this video, subscribe to it, comment, share your story, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.